Hi class, my name is Thessaly Nicolason. I am doing my first learning teaching interaction. So how I'm gonna pose this is I'm gonna take a few questions from each of the weeks that I would like to present to you. So from week one, not from the intro week, I'm gonna do that one last. From week one, the question that I found to be most interesting to share is what area of family life education do I find myself wanting to work with? Is it primary prevention or secondary or I can't see the other one, but anyway, so I really think that, or I know that primary prevention most closely corresponds with my interests. I firmly believe that if you teach people at the beginning of their marriage how to have a happy and strong relationship and a family and a marriage, and to make that the most important thing that they do, strengthening their marriages, and this is assuming they're not LDS, because ultimately that would be the ideal. But so primary prevention, so teaching people to have a healthy and happy marriage and to always edify each other and bring out the best in each other. That's something that I'm very passionate about. And so from week two, how the things that I pulled out from there are how to market more effectively, and something that came to mind as I was pondering week two these questions was, in my calling in some of my callings throughout my life, I have to ask people to do some really hard things, and so a way to do that is to market it, for lack of a better word, that it'll benefit them. So people want to do things that are good for them. And so, for example, I took it as a personal responsibility to encourage everyone in my ward to go to Institute, because I have such a strong testimony of the importance of us being there. So I decided that in order to best market the importance of Institute, I would have to reach out to each individual in my ward. And so last summer, when we didn't have very many people going, maybe one or two people would go consistently, I decided, okay, I'm gonna talk to the Institute director and see if we can market it as like an ice cream party each week, because it was hot and it was summer. And so I cleared it with her, and because people like food. And so I sent out texts to individuals and said, for example, like, hey Mark, are you gonna come to Institute tonight? And so asking people by name to be there was important. And also people like to feel needed. And so in this particular example, I'd say, okay, well, if you can bring blueberries for the ice cream that we're gonna have, that would be such a great help. So, and by doing that, by reaching out to individuals was the first thing, and making them feel needed there, that was the second thing. That really helped motivate them to want to come to Institute. And then eventually they caught fire on their own and started coming without the extra motivation of food or being needed, or like they came because they were learning something and they loved it. And so I think that having had that experience will really be beneficial to market family life education appropriately, especially preventative, because that's one of the hardest things to get people to get excited about, preventative anything. I read something last semester, I think, about preventative like pest control, and how he's like, well, you never want to buy pest control until you actually have the pests. And so same with marriage counseling, you never want to go to prevent problems from your marriage because you're in that, oh, it's never going to happen to me, we're fine right now, we don't have problems, and blah blah blah. So marketing in that way, make them feel needed, make them feel like, okay, well, this will be good because I need to do whatever. Okay, so back to the question. Sorry, I rambled a little bit. From the intro week, how do I plan to take family life education to underserved groups? So my ultimate goal with this degree and with my life is to be a stay-at-home mom. This is the ideal. Be a stay-at-home mom and offer free classes about marriage, strengthening techniques, parenting techniques, just share my knowledge and the blessings that I've received, and things that I have a testimony of, and teach a free class rather than having people pay. I'm not really in this at all for money, because it's more important than that for me. And I know that sounds like, anyway, so I'd love to be able to bring all this knowledge and information that I'm getting and learning and bring it to people by offering a class at a church or at a community center or something, and have it be like an hour a week and say, okay, this week we're going to learn about how to have your kids help you with cooking, or how to keep your marriage strong by edifying each other rather than just not being mean, or anyway, so like teaching little workshops each week so people feel comfortable and want to come, but I never want to have to charge for it. And so I don't know how realistic that is, but ideally I can have the financial stability and means through my future husband's job or through my personal savings, because it's so important to me to keep marriages strong, because a strong marriage and family is really a strong community, and that's what the gospel is all about. That's what Building Zion is keeping marriages strong. And so I want to be able to do that. So that is some of my reflection of what I've taken from this reading so far and this practicum so far, and hopefully something I said made sense. Thank you. I hope to hear your comments. Have a good day.